It's when we forget ourselves that we do things that'll be remembered. Now, like most kids, Kathleen Dixon used to love receiving birthday cards with an enclosed check from an aunt or an uncle. But to her, a card with a crisp check inside was the best way for someone to say, "I love you." Just 8 years old and proud of her new writing and spelling ability, Kathleen begged her parents for checks of her own. Now, these were the days when banks would send personalized checks in the mail to generate business, and so her dad gave her a stack of these bogus checks to use as she wished. Well, that day, Kathleen made her own homemade cards, heavily colored with that fake check inside, made out to the honoree in the amount appropriate to the extent of her love. For her brothers, it was $1. For her parents, it was thousands. And for her Uncle Howard, it was $1 million. Well, one Sunday in July, a dinner birthday celebration was held for her Uncle Howard. He opened the card that she'd made, read the message inside, and looked at the check enclosed for a long time. Smiling at Kathleen from across the dinner table, he thanked her for the card and the check. Then he took his wallet out of his back pocket, folded and tucked the check away, saying, "I'll just keep this with me until I need it." Well, 35 years later, Kathleen sat drinking coffee at the same table with the same Uncle Howard, probably for the last time. Her uncle was dying of cancer. Sitting there talking about the good old days, Kathleen knew that this visit was for goodbye. Well, putting down his coffee mug, Uncle Howard reached for his hip pocket. Unfolding his wallet, he reached inside and handed Kathleen a pale blue slip of paper, folded in half, and said, "Remember this?" There was the birthday check for $1 million. He'd kept it, carrying it with him, shifting it from old wallet to new wallet for 35 years. "You never tried to cash it," Kathleen joked. "I never needed it," he said. "I'll just keep this with me a little longer in case I need it yet." Well, Kathleen left him that afternoon with final hugs, kisses, and the final goodbyes. 4 days later, he was gone. Shortly after the funeral, Kathleen returned home from work and found a package on the kitchen table mailed to her, the handwritten return address from her aunt. Inside was another small package with a short note in Uncle Howard's handwriting. "Since I don't need this anymore, I thought you might want it back. With love, Uncle Howard." Enclosed was the check for $1 million mounted inside a frame. Truly, theirs was $1 million love lasting longer than a lifetime.
Thank you for listening to Encouragement. If you've been refreshed, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share a little encouragement with someone you love. Encouragement is a podcast from Family Radio. These stories are just a taste of the stories you can hear every day. Listen at familyradio.org or find more encouragement on the Family Radio app.